Alrighty, guys, we're back. Chapter 7, Devil's Deal. Let's get it going. See what is left. Here we go. Chapter 7, Bitter Truth. You've been silent most of the way from the hospital to the park. Milton's claim and carefree stance is quite unnerving. You start pacing back and forth while he's sitting on one of the benches, crossing his long legs to the ankles. At the ankles, he watches you, his gaze intent. All right, so what are we doing about this new deal? I must be more careful with every word either of us says. What's the new deal? What will I get from the deal? Will I be able to quit the deal? Let's do that. You are deprived of the chance to return the money. Should you decide to break the deal again, you will lose your money, your father, and your immortal soul. Got it. You sound more confident than you feel. The feeling of unease and deep knowledge that you have stepped into yet another trap does not leave you. I must be more careful with every word either of us says. What's the new deal? Let's do that. You feel a thin layer of sweat on your upper lip. You do your best not to flinch under his gaze as the corner of his mouth curls in a smile. I believe you've already intuited that the very few walk away from the deal, but you've got a second chance from me. We'll see. Yeah, I figured out that much. So why do you want to give me that chance? It will suffice to say that I believe in you, young Reed, and we are friends. Are we not? I don't think we are now. Friends, right? As to the deal, I shall require you to take a blood oath that you will fulfill your part of the bargain regardless of what obstacles arise. Sounds kind of dark. It's simple formalities, I can assure you. I must be more careful with okay. What will I get from the deal? It will solve all of your problems, you have my word. You know what they say, right? Only the dead have no problems. And I'm still hoping to get out of this deal alive. Very well, feel free to moderate the wording to your liking. Let's just say you help me solve the specific problems I'm facing now. I get back the money, my dad completes his treatment. Oh, and you make sure I avoid lawsuits from Felix and Felicia have planned. Is that all? And it goes without saying that you guarantee nobody will get harmed in the process, nobody's health or well-being is at stake. I can accept those terms. But I must take the deal no matter what. There is no other way. Marvelous. Shall we proceed? Milton seems in a much better mood than ever before. That deepens your unease. His smile carries a dangerous predatorial quality. So, how do we do this blood oath thing? Suddenly your palms are sweating. You rub them on the side of your pants. Do I need to sign something in my blood or what? A brisk bark of laughter escapes Milton's laugh. Humans over a millennia here, and you do not cease to amaze me. How on earth could such a monstrous, repugnant violence of hygiene occur to you? The barbaric lust for blood has never left your subconscious. All right, you've made your point, so what do I do? Your words shall suffice. That's all? Of course, once you pronounce your oath aloud, it shall be heard and accepted. Cool and convenient, I guess. You feel that you are not ready to try to postpone the moment. So, Milton, before I say the oath, can you tell me about any other deals you have? Aren't you a curious one? Well, I haven't met anyone who has had a deal like this, so I'm curious, is it always a money issue or what? Or how do you find people to make deals with? I'm afraid those are trade secrets, but I assure you, my young friend, you'll get to learn a lot more soon and even meet some of my other investments. Why doesn't that make me feel any better? There's no way out. I must do this. Okay, so I agreed to succeed, seduce, and dump a girl that you choose. But when and who is the girl going to be? Everything in due time, my young friend. Bear with me, and when the time comes, you shall get all the answers. Easy for you to say. Milton snorts amused. With your discomfort, you finally get tired of pacing and collapse on the bench next to him. You are welcome to check your account balance now, my friend. Ah, the money, right? You log onto your e-banking account, the money is back as it was before. A sense of short-lived relief wraps around you. I applaud the modern-day technologies, the one true advancements of humanity. Trust me, there was a time when such transactions were an absolute pain. I think that's part of where I'm better off without additional information. Indeed. I shall see you soon, my friend. As agreed, my part of the deal will be fulfilled. And it's better if yours is too. And I'm back to square one where it all began. So there we have it. We did it. You came to the hospital to check on your father, but first you pay a visit to Dr. Foreman. Reed, I'm so glad to see that your financial problems have been solved. Yeah, thanks, Doc. But we were too close to losing Dad's only chance to recovery. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I can only imagine the weight of responsibility you carry at your age. It's the least I can do for my father. And I can assure you that his chances of recovery are very high. In this department, it's not a promise that we can often give. I just ask that in future you should make the payments on time. We must guarantee the treatment is uninterrupted. Yeah, thanks for the timely warning, Doc. You know that you can't hide the bitterness of your voice. I regret every day that I once made a stupid choice. I felt concerned and could not see the way out. Now I am bound to the terms of my deal that sadly limits my ability to help people like you who need it. Wow, I believe I'm bound too, Doc. The one thing I can still offer you is my advice. I've made some mistakes that you might still face. I get it, Doc. I'll make sure to ask for such help when I need it. And please be cautious. You might regret any small slip. I surely know what that means. Yes, you do. As you leave the doctor's office, you have a light feeling of relief. The doctor might not openly help you, but he is an ally. That's something I will definitely need soon. So I guess we will. You suddenly feel awkward and uncomfortable when you enter your dad's hospital room. Feels like a lifetime has passed between the day I saw Dad off to the hospital and now. You muster a bright smile as you enter the room. Dad, I'm coming in. Are you decent? Son, yes, sure. It's so good to see you. Come on in. Let me look at you. You feel guilty, realizing you've been so consumed with your problems that you didn't visit your dad earlier. Your concern is immediately replaced with relief as you see the healthy color on your father's face. Hey, you look really good, Dad, and Dr. Foreman said that there is a positive progress. I feel a lot better, that's sure. Whatever they are doing here is working. See, Dad, and you didn't want to believe me. But I must say I miss you. I miss home, and I miss you a lot. This might be a very good cot, but I miss my bed, even the creaking headband. Don't worry, Dad, you'll get better, and I promise to never fix that creaking headboard. You enjoy it as long as you want. Okay. How's everything? How's college? All good as usual. minus the accidents, injuries, possible lawsuits, and a quarrel with my best friend, but I'm not going to burden him with any of that. And I trust the house is still standing. Dad, have some faith in me. What kind of orgies and carnal entertainment do you think I'm hosting? Those that I dreamed about at your age. Nah, Dad, you won't find your house is smoldering ashes when you come home. And we'll host a big celebration when you're back. No parties until then. Sounds great, son. I wish your mother was here with us. Uh-oh. You miss her a lot, don't you? Of course, and she also knew how to throw a great party. She knew how to enjoy life at its fullest. Well, we'll enjoy it too, Dad, I promise. Your father's face lightens up as he speaks about your mother. You feel a sting of guilt for avoiding the subject. He needs a positive thoughts right now, and I can't avoid asking about Mom, even if it's a painful subject. Okay. We don't get to talk much about Mom. Was she a party beast? Let's do that. Your mother was so full of fire that she could never sit in one place. If we went to a party, she'd dance all night, and all eyes would be on her. I can see that none of us has taken after her. I often ask myself what she saw in me, but you, son, you are more like her than you might think. I am? Yeah, you have the same passion for adventures and love. She'd be so proud of you now. As the happy memories are replaced by constant feelings of emptiness, both of you fall silent. I doubt she'd care to be so proud of me after all she has left us. Okay. Next day, you almost feel like a normal student in college. The bright mood changes when Felicia rushes towards you. Her nostrils are flaring and her eyes are narrowing at you. How could you do that? Hello to you too, Felicia. What's up? I'm in a too good mood for drama, sorry. Felicia's voice is a pitch higher than usual. She's pointing at you with one perfectly manicured finger. It's so sharp, you're sure it might pierce through your skin if you got any closer. I couldn't have believed you'd be so sneaky. All right, care to tell me what I've done this time? You're asking me after sneaking into my place and destroying my security cam footage. That's devious even for you. Well, look what you did. I mean, get real. My God. What? Even if I wanted to do that, how could I get inside your apartment? I don't know, but that's not the point. I was ready to make amends with you, but now I swear we're never going to be friends again, never. Okay, how about you calm down and we try to be reasonable here for once? How so? Firstly, I'd love to be some Ethan Hunt kind of guy and go on Mission Impossible, but I'm sadly not. Felicia frowns as much as she wants to argue your point seems valid. Secondly, you've got security cameras, and I knew about them. I don't have a superpower that can make me invisible. Okay, you don't have superpowers. She shifts uncomfortably as she starts to doubt her conviction that you are the anonymous intruder. Lastly, I've spent most of the day and the evening at the hospital with my dad. You're welcome to check. All right, you might have an alibi, but who else would want that footage? Did you notice anything strange around the flat? Was anything else missing? No, nothing unusual, except there was a strong scent of sulfur in every room. I thought it was strange, but then dismissed that detail. Of course it smelled of sulfur. I'm pretty sure I know what has happened. I need to know every detail about what she can remember. I don't need to know. We already know what happened. The more questions I ask, the more suspicious you'll get. I should drop the subject for now. Anyway, that's all I've noticed. If it helps you, I can swear that I'm not involved in this in any way. I'm more of a negotiator type of guy, you know. And as much as I hate being blackmailed, which is equally illegal, I would rather pay you to buy the footage instead of barging in and destroying it. You know what? You may be smart, maybe a smart guy, but you're an idiot and understanding nothing about women. Whatever that means. She frowns as she turns on her heels and leaves you. The clicking of her heels echoes through the corridors. She's a problem, that Felicia is. Back from college, you are spiraled on the couch, resting your tired mind. Then when you hear the soft clacking sound of the lock, your body tenses up. Here we go. Is someone trying to break into the house? It's Milton, I bet. Suddenly, you are glad that your front door makes a creaking sound every time it opens. The intruder is unaware of it. You jump up and carefully walk to the door. You make sure to step only on the balls of your feet, not to alert the burglar. Whoa, your locks aren't worth shit. Look at this. You were caught off guard. The burglar is standing in the corridor, leaning against the open door with her arms folded. What kind of burglar stands in the corridor sporting an arrogant smile? Who is that? Who the hell are you? And why are you in my house? That's one way to show hospitality. Good day to you, too. She invites herself in, closing the door behind her. You can't help but notice the footprints left by her dirty boots. You're cleaning this after you explain why you picked my lock and before I kick you out of here. Easy, Tiger, I come in peace. She examines you carefully from head to toe. You notice she smirks a couple of times before her eyes return to your face again. You don't look half bad. Lose that stupid haircut and I may even call you sexy. Why, thank you. Have you barged in to compliment me? You can't believe her arrogance. She walks with graceless strides of a tomboy. Her hands are resting on her hips. She smiles like she owns the place. That's his mom. Surely not. I've had enough of this. That's my sister. I bet that's my... Wait a minute. I don't know. Threaten to call the police. I'm calling the police now. The girl fishes a police officer's badge from her pocket, jiggling it playfully. She is the police. You mean someone carrying one of these little shiny thingies? Are you telling me you're a policewoman? You don't exactly look the part. Yep, I am, and I'm here to arrest you for indecent conduct. I didn't do anything. Someone has reported that you've been running around the park naked, threatening young girls with a giant rubber dip. What in the world? Goes without saying the instrument will need to be confiscated as evidence. What's she talking about? Trying to wrap your mind around her words, you don't realize that you are gasping at her, your eyes huge with surprise. The girl suddenly bursts into laughter, wrapping her arms around her waist. That expression on your face is priceless. Relax, bad boy. The badge is forged with care, but it's kind of not real. A fake police badge in addition to breaking into a private property. I'm so calling the police. You might have to reconsider that, love. I've got something important to tell you. I'm all ears. You have 5 minutes before I change my mind. Diane Chester, pleased to meet you, Reed. How do you know my name? Oh, please, cut me some slack. And for a dude who has an open portal to the demon realm at his place, you're too concerned with insignificant mundane details. Demon realm. The girl rolls her eyes as if annoyed by your ignorance. Seeing is believing, right? Let me just show how little you know about your own house. Diane walks to the mirror hanging on the wall in the corridor and whispers something under her breath. It sounds like Latin, but you can't understand a word. What on earth are you saying? She motions for you to wait. A moment later, the glass transforms into a magma-like substance full of deep, burnt black shadows. Look at this. Wow. Whoa. Paying no attention to you, Diane fishes out a small container that looks suspiciously like shoe polish and uses it to draw some strange symbols on the mirror frame. They are much better. She compliments herself with a broad smile. As the portal closes, you know you are still gapping. What the F just happened? And how do you know that crazy Hermione mode just now? I'm no Hermione, and you are welcome. I saved your ass. Save me from what exactly? From your buddy Milton and his flunkies showing up unannounced at your place at night. All right. All of that was pretty badass, but you have some explaining to do here. And how do you know Milton? Damn, I have like a million questions. All in good time. I'm an occult detective. What does that even mean? My job is to fix things that the demons have contaminated. And I've noticed the part where your friend Milton comes in does not surprise you. You're aware of what he is, right? He's not my friend, but yeah, the rest I kind of know. I've been watching him for a long time. He's a Laplace demon, a nasty species that can see probabilities to precision. What? Let me tell you a bit about your friend. He knows the time and momentum of things, adjusting and reshuffling those. He makes them work in favor of the power he serves evil. That doesn't sound like anything promising. There's a good side to it. He is restricted by free will of humanity, so he can't force anyone to do his bidding. Not directly, however, he can affect the events to guarantee his desired outcome. Basically, he'll make the person willingly step into his trap. The words taste foul in your mouth. You remember all those consequences that were too precise, those coincidences that were too precise to simply happen. You seem to know a lot about him. I'm going to keep listening. You realize your questions might distract her. You simply listen to all Diana has to tell you. Now, the tricky part is that Milton doesn't just make deals with people. He often makes them swear to an unbreakable oath to fulfill their deal. Your heart is pounding in your chest as her words sink in. Isn't that exactly what I did? Diana notices your reaction. She looks hard into your eyes. Please tell me you haven't done anything that stupid. Where were you 2 days ago with all this handy info? I might have done it. Do the blood oaths count? Those oaths restrict your free will. So I'm kind of screwed. The promise can't be what's that called? Can't be whatever, and it has to fulfill its exact wording. Okay. However, you must do something you can to avoid fulfilling his requests. But how can I do that? If I walk away, I lose everything. Lives are at stake. Trust me, he never wastes his deals on small things. Whatever he has in mind is big, and the consequences may be terrible. What kind of consequences are we talking about? I don't know that yet. My sister Samantha is a medium. She will be able to see it. Cool, how do we talk to her? Hold on, I will ask her. She is a strong medium who can also see probabilities. Wait for what? We are wasting time even as we speak. Samantha's prophecies take time. So she's not like Google, who has all the answers right away. Wow. She's like Google in the age of dial-up. Everything, even though you joke, deep in your heart, you know the situation is far from funny. Diane, do you think there's a chance to make this right, or have I caused permanent damage? Yes, of course, there's a chance. There's always is. Well, almost always. And Samantha says that you have already done something to make it right a little bit. Do I even want to know what I have done? Just keep listening. It's a long story. You just need to know that when you helped that injured girl, you brought her fate back to its track. Oh, you mean Betty? Her life will be back to normal? Well, that's reassuring. Right, however, I need you to lay low for a little bit. Don't go around playing a superhero, okay? I think I need to think of a way to free you from your oath, but that's going to take time. Here, you can use this phone for emergency calls. Oh, look at that. That's a classic. Oh, this reminds me of a call I need to make right now. Man, this is a long chapter. You hurry to the side to make sure you're out of Diana's earshot and dial Manuel's number. In a hushed voice, you try to quickly tell everything to him. Hold on, man. So you're saying that a girl barges into your house, tells you all of that, and you're ready to trust a complete stranger every word? Kind of. And it didn't occur to you to doubt any of her words, like that smoke and mirrors trick could totally be Milton's doing, couldn't it? I'm not sure, bro, but it feels like she's telling the truth. She shouldn't tell me so much about Milton if she were his associate, would she? Probably not, or maybe also a part of the plan. Nah, she's reliable. I can feel it. You'll trust her too when you see her. I don't trust anyone, even if you are pretty, especially if they are. Either way, you must test her. But how? Simple. Use silver or garlic or the Holy Cross or even holy water. So many options, man. Huh? What for? Man, you can see those dense times. Man, you can be so dense at times. Those things will ensure that she's not a demon. All right, you're hopeless. Stay put, I'm on my way. Stay put, that I can do, I guess. Here we go. Manuel arrives not long after your phone call. He is out of breath and carries a huge casserole which smells heavenly. Mom thought that since you are alone at home, you need some proper homemade food. After you introduce Diane and Manuel to each other, the three of you go into the kitchen. As it turns out, you are really starving. That's sweet of your mom to send the food for your friend. Yeah, she thinks he's too skinny. As you place the plates on the table, Manuel opens the lid of the casserole and spoons a healthy portion of it on the plate and offers it to Diana. Your mouth waters. The smell of garlic is perfect. No shit, he made up that story about his mom to try to feed Diana some garlicky food. You turn to look at Manuel as he winks at you as an understanding passes between you. Delicious. Oh, I've brought some mineral water also. Manuel fills her glass with water, and you are almost sure it's that promised holy water. Heavenly. The two of you watch carefully as Diana wolfs down the food and demands a second serving. Not a demon after all. I wonder what I was expecting. It isn't until Manuel tries to make her touch the silver cross that she pushes him away and folds her arms with a menacing look. Will you two Sherlocks cut this crap? I was ready to play alone as long as you serve me delicious food, but really, you truly think I'm a fool, or that Milton's flunkies would be vulnerable to such little tricks as garlic or silver? No harm in double checking, D. Do I fully trust her? I should hold my ground. Be grateful we didn't try staking you with a piece of wood after how you barged into my house. Yeah, well, you're welcome to try. Wonder who among us is the one that has already sworn an oath to a demon. Chill, D. Point taken. Well, we'll save you from the stake. Such a gallant company. And what of those scared items? Many would work creatures of dark, and their servants dread the touch of truly scared items. Like this one? Manuel pulls out the cross, and he is wearing around his neck, and shows it to Diana. Look at that. Wow. My Nana swore that it contains a single hair from the line of St. Jerome. Let me see it. Diana touches the cross with curiosity. For a moment you are holding your breath, but nothing happens. Where's the hair? You yank the cross her of her hand, and hiss as it burns your fingers. What? Ah. You drop the cross on the table. I've been possessed. At least it confirms that Diana can be trusted, but what about me? Interesting. What do you mean by interesting? Am I a demon now because I made a deal with Milton? Yeah, probably it's just the effect of the demonic pact between you and Milton, but I'll need to ask Samantha. I'm not some kind of lab experiment here. I need answers. You'll have them when I learn more, I promise. Any connections with the demonic realm could make this happen. Have you done anything else that I need to know about? I've done plenty of things, but only one deal with a demon, I swear. Okay, then, there's no reason to worry much. I've got to go, guys. Thanks for the meal. And once again, read, please lay low and do nothing until further notice. All right, I'll be in touch as soon as I have news. You close the door and lock it firmly when Diana leaves. You and Manuel let out a breath you've been holding. I'm not laying down. I've already allowed Milton to manipulate me enough. Bro, you should still be careful. You're not exactly a trained demon hunter, you know. Maybe not, but I've done enough evil as it is. It's time to start righting the wrongs I've caused. Manuel opens his mouth to say something, but instead his mouth forms a giant O and his eyes almost fly out of his sockets when he notices something on the wall behind you. Bro, what's wrong? Manuel only points at the wall with his finger still gasping. What is it? You turn and see letters have formed on the wall saying murderer. Damn. I swear to you, Manuel, he'll never trick me into that. I will never take another person's life, I promise. There it is, people. That was a long chapter. A lot happened this episode. Very nice. So there we have it, people. Tomorrow we'll be back with chapter 8. Despite Diana's warnings to lay low, you have a plan to make things right after all. The right actions can lead to the right path. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. We'll see you tomorrow with chapter 8. Have a great day.